but also it is a definite blessing to move from one place to the next, to move from a place of um, hopelessness, of austerity, of challenge and hardship, to a place now of hope, a place of change, a place of equality, and working towards those ideals. Of course, we are cognizant, we are aware. We know that it is not just like that, it's not instant, right? That things take some time. It just takes a little time. It's a process. It's not magic. Anybody who says they are a magician, anywhere the magician goes, he doesn't prosper. Careful with him. Plenty tricks sometimes. If it sounds too good to be true, Trinidad and Tobago, then maybe it's not true. Be very, very careful. But we are experiencing in our life the opportunity for change, and we have asked for that change through whatever process, and now we have to demand that change. So we give thanks and praise. Part of us achieving change as well is us being part of that change, right? Never will God change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves, in their hearts. And we've spoken about it before. Our culture. We have some issues with our culture, what we have allowed to get into our hearts. This selfishness, individualism, it has been pushed and pumped through our veins, and now it is in us. And we had to do dialysis, clean it out of our system, purify it out of our system, cleanse ourselves of that selfishness, boy. That selfishness, that me and I and me and me and me and me and me. And start thinking again about us, about we. Is a task, eh? If we take our times and we look at it, we would realize that this is the reality and this is what is sick with us. And it is a task to cleanse ourselves. But we have to do it. Otherwise, we're going to die. We're going to die. It is poisonous. And as a society, we have been dying. Right? Real talk, metaphorically, literally, as a society, we have been dying. We have been in decay, in decline. And now we need to cleanse ourselves. So on this beautiful day, for Muslims, we are fasting. For us who are not at pilgrimage, this is our day of fast, one of our days of fast. And all let us say Muslims has fast plenty. Yeah, you have to fast. I mean, you don't have to fast, but you have to fast if you want to cleanse yourself, if you want to purify yourself, if you want to develop and build self-control. It is sacrifice. It is giving up something for a reason, for a greater reason, a greater purpose. It is a drill. And, you know, I want to extend it. I know other people fast in our society, or other Christians, Hindus, you know, we might have a couple Jews. I know other people fast as well, which is good. And I encourage you all to fast and understand the significance and implement that type of sacrifice into your life. Fast, you know, continuously. So symbolically, we give up food and water for the period between before sunrise until sunset, and it purifies us. We also try to engage in acts of charity and kindness, right? Charity purifies you. If you're sick with greed, if you're sick with selfishness, if you're sick with the desire for the accumulation of money, give charity. I try to tell people that all the time. It's challenging for them because they have it bad, some of them. Even if you have a little bit, give. Give. And if you have a lot, give. And give out of the best that you have. Right? Sacrifice is giving something that you love. Something that means something to you. Sacrifice. That is what we are taught in our teachings from our Creator, so that we can become full and whole and become and continue to be good human beings, good creation. All of the remedies for the illnesses of the heart, for the illnesses of the human being, God give it us. God directs us to it. But boy, I don't know, boy. You know how mankind is. Man unkind. Sometimes, not just mankind. Man, I don't know. In the arrogance of that evil spirit, that devil, sometimes you feel you know better. You know, sometimes you think yourself greater than the Creator. Because you question and you know better. Not just questioning, even when the answer comes to you, like clearly you can see, you still reject the truth. So it's not easy. But we want to build a better society. Like I was saying the other day, I don't know if we all agree on that, but some of us definitely want to build a better society. We want to build a nation, a better world for our children, for ourselves. We had to find out and figure out what better is. So I attended a urban planning conference just the beginning last night, and throughout the couple of days coming, we are going to be involved in activities and conversation about urban planning, about planning our societies, about planning somewhat the physical infrastructure of our cities and our country, right? But obviously, you can only grow so far as your human being, your human potential is realized and developed. So we could have some big buildings and organized streets and whatever. If your people are not developed as well, mentally, spiritually, socially, otherwise, then they're going to wreck it, not maintain it, mess it up. They're going to, in the nice clean streets, they're going to rob people, defecate, live because there is homelessness, etc. And you are going to have an absolute mess still. And I was talking to some of the Jamaicans involved in the process, and we kept coming up with this word of resilience, you know? The fact that there are so many of us who, no matter what, we don't give up. And I want to really this morning encourage my fellow citizens, my fellow human beings, my fellow brothers and sisters, right? To have that resilience, to reignite that spirit of hope and struggle for what is good. There are people who still do it. Good morning, Coach Dada. Good morning, Jamil Young. Good morning, Jalili White. Anybody. I mean, sport is an endeavor that I'm very familiar with. Good morning to my brother, Rodanfa. Just doing resilient, tremendous work with our youth. Never like giving up. You get blocked from using this field, you get blocked from this, you get thrown off with this maintenance of the ground sometimes, all sorts of challenges. The youth, the young children that you're working with, challenging, but our resilience exists, and we never give up. To the mothers across the length and breadth of Trinidad and Tobago, our wonderful mothers. Good morning to my mother. Good morning to all of the mothers who resilient, who do not give up. Good morning to you all. Who do not give up. Who in the face of trial and tribulation, like real pressure. You know, I talking to some friends, some colleagues as well. One of my friends celebrating the burden, the difficulty of being appointed to WASA's board yesterday, right? Pressure. Good morning, my brother. Good morning, my friend as well, another person who was appointed. And I just I rub his back. I said, boy, pressure, you know. Resilient in the face of so many challenges. And I'm telling them, I say, across, you know, the East-West corridor, across the urban communities, people facing real challenges. And I was saying that, you know, as we uncover so many other instances of corruption, you know, just blatant and misuse of public administration, and I say yes, and it's staggering to think about, right? But I also said, I say, but But, you know, from where I come from and who I understand, people can eat talk, you know, because I come from a place, I connect to a place, I come from a place, I ain't move. I come from a place where there are people who do not have to eat this morning. And while we're talking about crime yesterday, I was even thinking about it as well. I come from a place, many of us come from places where people don't know where our next meal coming from. People want to work. People want to a job. Some people, even professionals, even educated as well, on the edge, hoping, beaten, battered. No, life beating you. Life, you know, feels like life treating you. The socioeconomics is violent, as I said before. And there's something with violence and even love. There's something like when you are abused and beaten and sometimes you carry on the cycle now. You carry on the cycle and what goes in, you then put it back out. So that's why we have to be extremely careful with people who are abused too, because then they abuse. You know, where people come from. The parents cussing and this and that and wherever. The children gonna be cuss buds too. And all of that we have to take into consideration and understanding when we talk about a lot of things. When we talk about punishment, when we talk about all sorts of things in terms of justice. Because as a society, we have also been very, very unjust. I just thinking outside the box, right? Well, you know, I am that kind of individual. I hope all you know by now. Right? My belly making our grumble already. I now start to fast. I have the whole day to go. So we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. If we make the right thing hard, we kind of make the wrong thing easier. And as a society, we should be, you know, and God willing, we are trying to make the right thing easier. But we have to take part in this effort. We, Miss Portia John, good morning and blessings. Wonderful morning to everyone. Thanks. We, Salvon Mitchell, we, my mother, Shack lady, I think my actual mother, I think she was shared on the radio this morning, you know. We have to make it better through our efforts as well. We have to come to a place where we understand and then we act on that understanding in our society. That's what we need to do. So, you know, it's very interesting today, I think this morning as well, we're going to take a little tour of East Port of Spain, right? This group of international planners, people involved in planning cities, people involved in that portfolio of development, etc. So we're going to go to Highlanders Panyard and take a little tour, right? One of those tremendous steel bands located along the east-west corridor in East Port of Spain, so to speak, right along the Eastern Main Road. And then we're gonna take, this group through East Port of Spain to look at part of the city, to look at what we need to do, to look at what has been done, a couple things that, all right. Some of the Jamaicans were saying as well, in terms of our square, Independence Square, the way it is laid out, etc. Of course, in my mind, I'm thinking, boy, I kind of worried for them with the, sometimes the mentally challenged individuals who are in the square, and then some of the little other negative activities, but there is beauty there. But again, if you develop infrastructure, concrete and stone, and you leave the people behind, then it defeats the purpose of development. And the people are the real substance of a society. The people, the culture, the spirit, the activity, the thoughts manifested into words and actions. That is the actual substance of your society. And we are resilient. We are resilient to all those working the tough jobs, the 9-to-5s for just to stay alive for minimum wage and from paycheck to paycheck is challenging. You are resilient. You got a big word now to add. You are tremendous. You are brave. I love you and I respect you. And let us continue to be resilient, but also let us work together to better our society, to make it better for all of us. So we'll take the break and we'll be back.
Bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Are you searching for answers to life's questions? Those things that disturb and concern you the most? Why all the wickedness? Why the suffering in the world? Will it end? Who is responsible? Well, if so, join us right here on The Street 91.9 FM every Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. with Brother Samuel Gooding and Roland White, where we open the Bible and find answers to all these things and more. For it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Don't miss June savings at Furniture Plus. Get up to 50% off shop appliances, furniture, electronics, mattresses, and more. Buy now, pay later with affordable higher purchase plans. Plus, earn Caribbean Airlines. Travel miles with your purchase. Visit any Furniture Plus stores or shop online.
He raised you right. Now sauce him proper. He taught you how to ride a bike. Now reward him with some drip. Buy any messy sandwich for $34.95 only on the KFC app and be automatically entered to win a 75-inch smart TV, barbecue grill, or soundbar for dad. More crunch, more love, more mess. Promotion ends June 11. Only at KFC. It's finger licking
your life this Father's Day with a gift of health from Big Mike's Wellness Center. Body scan value at $400 now, $200. Get in on this special now.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Alloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning on The Street 919 FM radio. Here my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Hi there. I'm Lester Sublal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the 4th and 5th Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
Whoever said messy was a bad thing totally missed the point. Take that hit song everyone loves now. It probably started like this. Baby, calm down. That's why KFC is celebrating the messy moments with our Messy Cruncher and Messy Zinger sandwiches for only $34.95. Imagine a crunchy, golden brown, flavorful chicken sandwich sauced to perfection with our signature sweet, spicy, tangy sauces. Oh boy. So crunch into the deliciously messy moments today. Check socials for details. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. Good morning again to Trinidad and Tobago. Quite a few people on the live. Good morning to Jason Thomas. Good morning, Marjorie. Good morning, Sister Gooding. Good morning. Sita, you're always with us, right? Ziad as well. Morning and blessings. Right? Share the live on this, especially for Muslims. Arafat, tomorrow is Eid. Eid al-Adha, which celebrates the sacrifice of Abraham, when he was willing to sacrifice his son, right? And we spoke about sacrifice a little bit. And we spoke about what it actually means, you know, giving up something for a greater purpose, giving up for God. And it is something that we all must do if we want to develop ourselves as productive, positive human beings. So we understand that and we commemorate that. You know, we understand that God ain't really interested in, we sacrifice an animal, you know, and we share the meat for the poor and for our family members, etc. But that is not what meets God now. It's the giving up. It is symbolic. You know, if you could afford, you make that actual physical sacrifice, right? But it is that giving up. Is that giving up for a greater good, for a greater cause. And that is what we are called to as human beings in general. As human beings in general, that's what we called to. So there's a fundamental misunderstanding. People have it twisted. People just don't understand what responsibility is sacrifice. Right? Is giving up sometimes what is most precious, your time. So, good morning, Miss Cheryl Henry. Always an antagonist, always with some kind of bacchanal. So here the bacchanal she trying to come with this morning now. Philip Alexander, who disrespected her in his nasty videos, she made him a minister. How you feel, Fuad? You and Watson have to beg Kamala for a job. You hear the kind of bacchanal these people has come with? But they like bacchanal too, right? First of all, me, I ain't not begging nobody for no job. Because I understand that it is responsibility. I understand that it will take tremendous sacrifice. I see, good morning, Anil. I see Anil driver early, 6 o'clock in the morning, sometimes heading to office, you know. It's from early till late, you know. I finished at Cuff yesterday at about 10:30 or something like that, you know. Interacting, you know, trying to understand from Jamaican perspective, from other countries, how they plan and how they see building their cities, so that I could derive some benefits that I think I could implement in our cities. What you all talking about? You misunderstand totally. I don't know about Watson, if Watson begging for work, that is business, right? And we discussed that already. Miss Kamala Prasad Visasa is a big woman, so to speak. And talk, she don't really take talk and study talk. For a matter of fact, she has demonstrated the ability to forgive. Forgive and to move on. And you would be amazed that individuals who have the propensity, who kind of incline towards stupid things, doing stupid things, talking a little out of tune sometimes, how she has been able to steady them and make them productive. So there actually have quite a few people who have said to me, you know, in the Ministry of Housing, which is a big ministry which interacts with a lot of people, they have been able to reach Philip a lot and communicate with him, and he's been able to help them in certain ways, which is admirable. The skill to take, you know, people with their specifics and their different types of, you know, the way they express themselves and other things, and put them in positions where they actually bring about so much good. He like to talk on social media, so she put him to talk in certain ways. Good stuff, right? So just take it easy now, right? Take it real easy. Don't try that bacchanal, right? We solid as a rock. If anything falling off is a little splinters, but we are solid, unified by our understanding of what we can achieve for Trinidad and Tobago. Unified in working. The next thing too, I am still the leader of the New National Vision, which is a party in and of itself. And I have chosen to work with this government, right? So relax, just take it real easy. Take it easy. Indulging, right? Because people they like bacchanal, so I indulge in a little bit, but don't lose focus, right? All you hear what I tell all you, I pat my partner on the back last night because, what's aboard? And he's speaking about where it was the previous administration, not PNM, even before PNM with the People's Partnership, where I think they reached a high of 71% pipe-borne water consistently to a certain 24 hours, to a certain degree, right? You could check the statistics because I'm not 100% sure, but that's what he was speaking about. To under Marvin Gonzalez, eventually it being broken down to 27% of delivery of water 24/7 through pipes. And I mean, I don't know the statistics 100%, but I mean from my life, my experience living in different parts of Trinidad and Tobago under the last administration, water became a problem. And that's what he is thinking of, and that's what he is facing. Not a walk, you beg for a walk. Come on now. Let me get real now. Let we not be obstructionists to something that can benefit us as a people. Myself and so many others, I coordinate every day with tremendous individuals who worked extremely hard, not just during no campaign, for Trinidad and Tobago, even before in the respective professions, and in the campaign, and now still. And we all are unanimous in understanding that we cannot squander this tremendous opportunity to carry Trinidad and Tobago forward. We are united in the understanding that it was not going well, it wasn't going right. For who it was going right? Well, you was in the select few elite benefiting while everybody else was suffering. Good for you. Good for you. But for the majority, for the mainstream, cheese and ages. So, Cheryl, respectfully, ease me up now. Right? Some David Williams, we have a little remnants of some people who still ain't really willing to think. I hope all is get paid some more, like for spewing what is be spewing. Right? So, and no, I don't block nobody. Right? Good morning. May Almighty God continue to bless you. Right? Love. There are so many people who also show that love, right? We don't just focus on the negatives, we focus on the positives as well. We look forward to our game on Friday, Trinidad versus St. Kitts. Hey, my Kittitian friends, St. Kitts and Nevis, right? Lesroy and Sean, who I participated in observer mission in Venezuela recently, right? Good morning to you all. I know maybe all are listening or listen to the program once or twice while we were abroad, right? I do believe you all are home safely as well. So blessings to you all. And we play you all on, tomorrow, right? Which is also Eid al-Adha, commemorating that sacrifice that Abraham was willing to make. Blessings to everyone. Come out and enjoy some football, support our country. Come out and just show that love for each other. You know how we are as Trinbagonians, right? We are united in many ways. We have that love between us. Right? So that's an interesting name. Semantics. Your last name is 62. Blessings and love, man. Blessings and love. Blessings and love to everybody. All right. So there is so much positives as well. And we were discussing yesterday as well, because every administration wants to have it as easy as possible in terms of what takes place in our national sphere. But the harsh reality is that there is a lot of there are instances of negative things happening continuously in our country. Of course, we have this continuous challenge of crime that we are working on, and that I want to beg Trinbagonians to help and work on as well. And you might say, well, you're not the police, you're not the whatever. Share with your neighbor. Look to your left and look to your right, and whatever you could do to assist in whatever way, help. Take away that selfishness from yourself and show love. You know, I say that to the population, you know, and I say that to myself as well. And I do. I think about it. I do work God, and I say, God, but I do that a lot, right? Because if you help somebody in need, I stopped by the ATM yesterday morning, and a youth man trying to take out $100. I don't know where you're trying to take it out from, because it wasn't working. Pressure, right? And I exited at the same time with him and asked him, well, what you trying to do? What you trying to take out? He said $100. And I gave him $100. That $100, I could think I have this to do, I have that to do, I still have this to pay, I still have that to pay. But how much does it really take from you? You know? And that gesture, that helping hand to a young man, you know, he was in school uniform as well, meant so much to him. That act of love. And there are just so many instances where on a daily basis we could do that too. At $20, like whatever you could do. A smile, a good word, even a word of hope. It goes a long way. You know, and even entering the ATM, to have a woman strategically placed at the foot of the ATM, it's not easy, you know. Strategically placed at the step at the ATM. You know, so I ask, you know, what going on with you? What happening? You know? And, well, she says she don't have a job, and, you know, she under pressure or whatever. And I say, well, you want a job? She's like, yeah, I just have a little challenge. And she showed me her hands, like something is wrong with her hands. Thank God for the blessing of functioning hands, right? I mean, most people mightn't take the time to even ask. You know, most people just judge and say, well, you're lazy, what you're doing here, you shouldn't be here, you know, bothering me while I go in to take out whatever little money, etc., right? I pray that we reach a place at some point in time where we can reach out to these people and help them and alleviate the necessity or whatever to be out there doing, asking. And, you know, I say, well, you know what? I've given you a job, right? Look, my vehicle there. Watch my vehicle, because, you know, I had some things on the back of my vehicle that kind of valuable or whatever, and I didn't want her to put it inside to run in the ATM, etc., right? And she do the job for 2 minutes. It wasn't long. People still don't have no money, so nobody in the ATM is pressure still. And, you know, I paid her for her efforts. If you want to reduce crime, right? Yes. If you want to safeguard your family, yes, apply for a firearm. Okay, no problem. But that $35,000 you're going to pay for a firearm, or $20,000, how much ever, right? Because you had to pay for the firearm. It cost. That piece of steel cost, right? And it's going to cost you as well to deal with the trauma of having to shoot another human being. Just trust me. Trust me, it will cost you to deal with the trauma. Even if you are justified now. Just the whole, I know the experience is terrible as well, and protecting yourself essential. But help somebody. Help a mother to help a child and put that love so that a human being wouldn't even contemplate violating another human being. Good morning, caller. Morning.
Peace be upon you, Brother Ford.
Yeah, man. Peace be upon you, too.
Yeah, I'll share my name is Brother Keith.
Sorry?
I said I am Brother Keith.
Oh, you're introducing yourself to Trinidad, because you ain't introducing yourself to me. I know you.
Yeah, because I introduced myself to Trinidad because
I know you better than your name. Your name ain't even reflecting who you are. You is plus you is a good brother.
Well, make me laugh.
Welcome, my brother from Toko, Port Esprit, all over. Good man, welcome.
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you for influencing me to fast today.
Right.
Yeah, because I know the power of fasting.
Yeah.
Normally, we are told we should try and fast 3 days a month.
Yeah.
So you influenced me today, but I will do on liquid fasting because I up and around at doing things, so I will drink a little water and things.
All right.
Yeah. Brother, I want to compliment the way you live your life, with charity, kind of charitable things that you do. You know your pocket thin, and look at, you can tell you that a fellow that overeat is a slim fellow. And charity is so important. And if most of us become a little more charitable, our own blessing go up now.
Yeah, crime done, you know. Here what I'm telling you, Keith. For this specific problem that we seem like we have no solution to, I want to introduce a novel idea. It is something we have never tried before. Charity.
Charity, of course.
If we alleviate, and I could point to societies where this has been done, if we alleviate that, not only the need, that's one thing, but also the greed, the hoarding.
Greed, boy, the greed.
If we alleviate that, then we set in our society a example of, listen, money and things ain't really so important, because look. You need some, you want some. Look. If we become easier, a man ain't going and say, I want a gold chain, I want this, I need it, I want it, I go in and break into that man place to get it. He not going to value it so much.
Exactly.
But guess who puts value on things? We put value on things by hoarding it. But it's so precious. It's so, you see me, look at it. Isn't it great? It's mine, me alone have it. Scarcity creates demand.
Speak, brother, speak.
Scarcity creates demand. And if you make it scarce and hard to get, then people going to get on like if it's, oh my God. Hey, I lived in society where food is not a problem. Where you could go in the market and you get anything cheap. You eat it. And if you don't have money, guess what? You could get food too.
Correct, right.
Brother, I walk through the cities of Tripoli. And if you hungry and you don't have something and you ask the vendor, hey, can I have a peach? Can I have, for a matter of fact, you could walk through the city as if you are purchasing, like you're not purchasing, and people will give you samples so much that you will be full by the time you reach home.
You see, them people now, there's the people who really understand the saying that this world is not our home, we just passing through.
Who we live in, boy? What kind of place we living in, boy?
Yeah, we feel this,
What kind of greedy, gravelicious, low-life, disgraceful, disgusting culture we living in, boy?
I don't know, I'm calling myself all kind of things. I'm calling myself Isaac Christian, Isaac Buddhist, Isaac
Where a man of hundreds and millions of dollars and he wouldn't give a dollar. You know, one thing, when I walk out the ATM, and I think I'm going into my vehicle, I done deal with my two brothers and sisters, right? I may back Benz pass me PEF something. I may back 2 point something million dollars. What is wrong with this place, boy?
Yeah, they're blind, boy. People blind, they don't understand. People reading and they commit and no understanding. I mean, it's just a temporary thing we don't know. There's a little test we don't hear. There's a little moment in time.
A moment in time, fleeting. A moment in time. I am 40 this year, right? And I was 20 yesterday.
Just so.
And I kiss my children every morning, like if it's my last day, because...
Yes, thanks wisdom, brother.
No, because tomorrow, literally, in whatever time, I don't know, but even in the natural process of life, if nothing else, wherever, tomorrow I gone.
Yeah, tomorrow I guarantee, sorry. You know, no guarantee.
No, but literally, even 40 years or whatever, goods fly like... What do we understand of life? What has been taught to us?
Everybody's speeding. My mother always telling me, son, take your time. Races to the grave, boy. Take your time.
Take your time.
Yeah.
All men. It has some all men. Speeding still one ton. They will kill the children and kill the this.
Like you go on with an accident the other day, you know, you see that little guy was getting back there. I was there. But after 9 minutes of argument going on in that car, you know. I was even there. But you speeding, so you have a little child in the car, boy. Oh, God, boy.
Yeah.
So another thing, I hear you mention another fellow name this morning. There's Philip Alexander. Well, I seen my cousin on TV the other day.
Yeah.
Calling people gangster and who went in table and chair. Like they're trying to take that drink and then young fellas and get to somebody else or what? I don't know, you know, I just asked you.
Nah, do that. Listen, like I tell you, this lady who we have as Prime Minister, you know, even my friend who is on WhatsApp board now and have that hard job yesterday, he say, boy, if we only play, you see how long she take her time and choose. This is the first board to be fully appointed. She take her time and ensure. And if you play, those are all, like every single person I've spoken to has been saying this.
This is a new version of Sister Kamala.
Yeah.
I don't call she Mother Kamala now.
Yeah, she reached a stage. You see, when you reach a stage 73, where you really want.
Yeah, wisdom.
And it's not an ignorant 73 like it has an ignorant 73. But I shame of some people, but whatever. Calling themselves.
Young, because in my teaching.
Who grabbing? No, it have a bad 73. We're still grabbing now. Who ain't even realize the purpose of life.
But my teaching telling me that 75 is when it is ready to get wisdom, and so we have plenty to look forward from Miss Kamala because she's young, only 73. But when she is 75, you will see more wisdom.
Yeah.
But I want to tell Mr. Philip, you see like how Mother Kamala till Prime Minister won't go with his tax, the body tax money. She say, ask Tanku. There's a spanking for Tanku, you know.
Yeah.
There's a real spanking for Tanku.
Yeah, Tanku got right now he licking his wounds, right? Good morning, good morning, Dr. Tanku. It's Dr. Tanku? I can't remember it's Dr. Tanku. Yeah, you have a doctor.
There's a public spanking there.
Yeah, he got a little licking. Respectful licking, right? But
yeah, I mean, he's a good fella. I didn't know him too well, but I ain't saying he's a bad person.
Yeah, but he make a mistake, he think, you know, he got a little
like about the whole thing. She's spanking in public.
Yeah, you get.
No door and say, how you could do that?
Yeah.
He's like he's the boss. Yeah.
You get buff, you ain't gonna get bullied, but you get buff and you get a little licking. And you have to get that. My mother gave me some little licks, no, angry. hurtful thing to damage us, but
yeah, Licks, I grew up on Licks. I was
symbolic. It is symbolic that we understand that you do the right thing, you get rewarded. It have a positive. You do the wrong thing, there's a punishment.
There must be a punishment. And all the other ministers and again, hopefully go back out your preach and start to represent yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Because you can't just hear them tell us up there. I never see nobody pull nobody gun on the preach or not. I just live up my records. And I just rent from them fellas all the time.
Yeah.
It's decent. I never hear them cost nothing. So leave them fellas alone,
Yeah. And good morning, Philip. Philip, just be careful and you're not to talk a little bit less.
Yeah.
I on the radio, I go do the talking, brother, right? Relax yourself. Talk to the people because the people engaging you constantly, even people who have reached out to me. I found that he's one of the persons who willing to deal with individuals now. So I sometimes I direct them to him.
Yeah.
So you want to talk to the people that way, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a certain respect for Philip, but again, I just don't just let the poor people, boy. Poor people trying the best. When they don't do that, the one minute they do, so I can't tell you for some money. And many fellas trying to clean your glass. They get them a little $5 and $10 each cleaning it good.
Yeah.
That's not hot out there, you know.
Yeah. And at the same time, come on, guys, let we behave better. Let we understand tourism. Is not that aggressive. When you are overly aggressive towards customers, it is kind of chase them away. They don't feel, they don't feel comfortable. So relax. It's not again. Why we have to be grabbing and fighting and this
7 deadly sins, right? Number one.
By design. Right? Thank you very much, my brother. Blessings. Yeah, blessings. Right? 342-00814665391. We love to have new callers as well. So if there are people listening in, feel free. You know, be brave and call in. Morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Wada Abubakar.
Good morning, brother. Morning.
I told you.
We getting a little feedback, so just turn off.
Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes, I called. You hear it?
No, the feedback is gone. Just speak up a little bit. We like to hear your contribution.
Yeah, I heard you spoke up a while ago about the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance. What appears to be the public. But the fact is, when a person is elected as an MP, you're elected as an MP, not a minister. You're appointed at the pleasure of the Prime Minister. She can shuffle. She can dismiss you at her whim. She should have reason to do it. But the culture has developed in this country that when you appoint people as ministers and whatever, that regardless of how they perform, whether of their personal failings or departmental failings, they remain in office. That is not so under the Westminster system under which we inherited.
Yeah, we still getting that feedback, boy. I don't know where it's coming from now.
I'll call back.
Yeah, please. Thank you very much. Because your point was now developing, and I understand what you were saying. Yeah, we have somehow created our own, and I say we created, right? But the last administration, specifically the PNM, just we being real, because prior to that, under the People's Partnership, we had sensitive government in the sense that if something was wrong, Ms. Bissessa was very, very quick to deal with it, and also she did not hesitate to fire and to remove and whatever. And we saw where people chain us up to make us think that's a weakness. Look how much ministers they change. But if you think about it, it is actually a strength. It is a willingness to admit that it is not good enough or there was a problem and an attempt to fix it so that everybody else understands you can't just do what you want to do or you cannot not perform. You have to perform. Think about it. As compared to, we had 9.5 years of don't matter what you do. He come and he say, I stand by it and I have no problem with it, and you, if you have a problem with it, talk to me. And talking to him is like talking to looking for a hard surface in here. This concrete in front of me even hard enough. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning again. Sorry to...
Loud and clear now. Go ahead.
Yes, so we talk about the Westminster system. We inherited that system of government here. Most Commonwealth countries and Commonwealth countries, CARICOM countries. And what normally, when ministers falter in terms of the personal failings, you had, or the departmental failings, under the Convention of Ministerial Responsibility, you either resign, or the Prime Minister call on you to resign.
To resign, yeah.
And what happened in the 1980s was that, or 70s, 80s, you had it in Trinidad, where Williams fired a whole long list of ministers and called them millstone. Right? Pandey did the same thing. Manning did the same thing to a lesser degree.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm saying that it is nothing strange. In England in 1962, Aaron Macmillan fired 7 of his cabinet ministers because of their failings, departmental failings. So when you're not performing, you have to go. You don't remain there and like a minister of finance there and ruin the economy.
Yeah.
You don't allow that. That is your government.
Unless that was their objective.
And if the government fails, falter, the blame would fall on you as the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
So you have to ensure that they perform and they don't bring your government into disrepute. You saw what happened with Ramadhan Singh and all those people. You got rid of them because they were, again, because of some of them personal failings and some of them because they were not able to perform effectively.
Yeah.
So that is normal. Keir Starmer took office last year in England and he fired about 3 ministers already.
Yeah.
That's the system you underwrite and that if you have a person working in your business and they're not performing, what you do, you keep them?
Yeah.
That is how it operates.
Well,
unless they're holding some secret for you.
And now I'm going to tell you, if it's the cousin, not sure. What you say? What the last Prime Minister say? I have heard some things over the past 9.5 years that it would do well for us to forget. You know, what code, some code that they operate by. Once you are towing the line politically, you secure. You could do what?
Well, I can't go before the court, you know.
Oh, well,
some of them people like court, you know.
I have been before the court, and if I end up before the court again, once it is for the right thing, me and I have no problem with that, because my ultimate judge, you know, it's a privy high court, privy council or kind of thing. You know who's my ultimate judge? The creator. So me have time with them. Them could sentence me. It have a jail. It have a jail after this life. That is a long sentence, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel some of them fellas go end up in that jail. But
what the point I'm making here is this: is that it is quite normal. It is part of governance.
That system. It is supposed to be part of that system.
It's the part of cabinet government.
Yeah.
Right? And responsibility.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's nothing new. But you see, the thing about it here is this, is that when you fail to take action as a prime minister, the you stand the consequences.
Yeah.
And not only the cabinet or your prime minister suffers, but the country suffers.
Yeah.
Because you have a man, a minister of national security, and performing, you keep him there, and everything just fall apart, and the country suffers.
But,
and you stand the consequences.
But what they believed, sir, what they misunderstood, they thought that the population, that the base voters were inelastic, that they would not move no matter what, that they were enslaved in this doctrine of PNM, that they could beat you, kick you, spit on you, and they would not have, that is what they believe, you know, because if a man believe you will not change, he will do you anything, you know.
Well, that is something that I recognize over years. They believed that the mass of the people, the poor people in this country, are stupid, you know.
Well, boy, they have a next
they could tell them about macaroni pie.
Yeah.
Cold
bicycle. No
and
movies.
they run away with the bag of money.
Yeah.
And then turn around and tell them, when the people tell them, I go give you a 5% or 10%, but where they get any money from? But they go with all.
Yeah.
But they have nothing for you. Let me see how they go fix. Let me see how they go fix. They mash up the place and stand up now and telling the people, let me see how they go fix it now. We have no money again, you know. I want to see if they'll get the money to fix the place. And some of these people, these ignorant people, very happy about that.
Yeah.
You mash up the place, you're gone with the bag of money. And you turn around now and telling them, let me see, they promising this and they promising that. Where they getting the money from? Let us see where they get the money from.
Yeah.
That kind of evil must not be allowed in developing countries.
Yeah. They underestimate the intelligence of the people, and guess what? They get their tail cut bad. The people vote them to smithereens, if you want to call it that.
Just let me make one point. I know I've been long for a long time.
No problem. Go ahead.
I don't know. You have people who belong to certain political parties, but I live in Trinidad, and if there's a proliferation of crime in this country and poverty, which are social problems, which at times give rise to crime and criminal behavior, abnormal behavior and that kind of thing, I would be impacted.
Yeah.
Because I lie down in my house. I don't know when I'll be invaded.
Yeah.
I walk in Port of Spain. I don't know when a stray bullet will hit me.
Yeah.
I don't know. And therefore I have to be concerned. And that is why I come out and I speak sometime on the radio, because I know that I am not immune. I am vulnerable just like everybody in Trinidad.
Yep.
A woman looking through her window, she pick up a bullet.
Yeah, she pick up a bullet.
Somebody in the bathroom, they pick up a bullet. So I have to be concerned.
Yeah.
And when I called, because if things continue to deteriorate in terms of poverty, and we know that there's a relationship, a correlationship between crime and poverty.
Yeah.
Not that poverty causes crime, because not everybody commits crime.
But there is a relationship. Yeah,
but you need to deal with that.
Yeah.
And if you don't deal with those things, graft, as you say, corruption as a whole, which is endemic. Just recently I heard the Red Cross in Geneva have to come down here to investigate the local Red Cross. The cricket, this is a cesspool.
Yeah.
And for the 9 years gone, we never able to come to the root of these things, the evils in this country.
Yeah.
And everybody has a responsibility for their own safety, their own well-being, to ensure that these social problems are dealt with, because, you know, as Hop said, life will be short, nasty, and brutish.
Yeah.
That is where we're heading.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't want to take too much of your time.
Yeah, thank you very much. You earn the time that you spend with us. You know, I'm grateful. Well, we're not paying you, but thanks. We have to be proactive in this approach to dealing with crime. I am telling Trinidad and Tobago, please, if we come together and we share, right? If we put together these hampers, if the groceries have a little shelf where if you need something, you could pick it up and take it, right? We did it during COVID to a certain extent. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Blessed morning. Who are?
Blessed morning, my brother.
I see Johnny Akil Taipa Sukaran come out and tell the population that job cutting European CPAP.
Boy, where you just get these news, boy? I don't even see them fellas on the news no more. Them still in Trinidad? I thought all of them fly away.
Well, while I am is pretty because she go to, you know.
Yeah.
She bring back 2 dead man, you know. 2 protocol dead man, you know. Johnny Tukaran and Obia man first comment on him, you know.
Have a good morning, my brother.
So I was touching you, but now what's up?
Yeah. When you're touching me? Yesterday? Oh?
Sometimes I touch you, but I say I had some friend had this friend call. I got touch you back.
Yeah, just touch me back now, man. Blessings, brother. Yeah. So let us take a novel approach. Let us take a new approach. I'm telling you, it has been successful in other countries. Let us alleviate that need. When we see people who in need, let us extend ourselves to them. It will protect you. It will protect you. All you don't believe that. I'm telling all you know. Because I live it. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Yeah, I must say good morning. And I want to, for no time short. And,
yeah, we approach.
I want to tell Nicolas Maduro nothing you could do and could say. I want to tell you this, America watching here. Leave Trinidad and Tobago alone, because all kind of things coming from Venezuelans to this country and never have nothing to say. Show us the evidence. Don't go and have a press conference and lie on my country. Trying to make my country look bad.
Yeah, but don't misunderstand the geopolitics, right? They're just saying that.
No, the geopolitics, because Trump on him, and he knew that this government is going to deal business with America, and the dragon be dead. Yeah, part of you.
Listen, don't misunderstand the geopolitics. It might be well that Trump turn around and deal with everybody. Trump has been one who has gone very, very hard against people, and then when you compromise in certain ways, he dealing with you.
Well, once you come to the table, and the deal is right.
Yeah, I think that's the way he does bargain. His bargaining is.
You just want to come to the table.
Yeah,
right?
Attack hard and then shoot for the sky.
If he gives Venezuelan a list, what he want, and Venezuela agree with it, but then is something else different. So far.
So don't misunderstand the geopolitics. And listen.
No.
Venezuela has been a friend to not just Trinidad, but to the Caribbean. Not now.
No.
For a very, very long while.
I'm going to tell you forward. Tell me where we most citizens live. Venezuela or America? Who been good to us for over the years? Who is our chain food?
Our what? Our who?
Chinese.
Our who?
Chain food. America, we get the food from America, we clothes, we TV, we idea, everything from America. So if I just scam anybody...
There's Kingsley, right? There's Kingsley, right?
Yeah.
Kingsley, we buy those things from America, brother.
But of course,
they come to Trinidad with their multinational corporations. They extract our oil and our gas, etc. They're part of the gas deals as well. They make money, we make some money as well, and then we take our money and we purchase food and stuff, which we're trying to decrease now so that we become more self-sufficient. They don't give us.
Do not labor my country and call my country in the mouth.
Nah, bro.
Next point. I want to know.
Yeah, but I don't think he's calling us anything, bro. I think he's just saying.
I don't know religion. I don't hate Trump. I don't think. I am saying that Nicolas Maduro is a dictator, and I stand with that.
Yeah, now I think you need to do your little research over again. You know, I go tell you things.
Research. The election is unfair year after year after year. This people can't.
Where did you get that information? Sorry, where you get that information from?
We get your information that.
Well,
election fair.
I have been an international observer for the last 3 years. For elections in Venezuela. Yes, and also we have representatives. Follow me. We have representatives from the unions and now MSG as well, which is part of government also. So who party?
I know how Muslims feel about Donald Trump over the years, and the Muslims are ready to support Venezuela, send Cuba. And Palestinian and Gaza. I know how they feel about Trump. I know how they feel about America. I know how they feel about America.
Listen, I don't. No. Well, right. So then, therefore, we need to find ourselves where we understand what the right thing is. So,
and the right thing that Democrat country.
Beg your pardon. The right thing is what?
Freedom of speech. Because millions of people in America. There's millions leaving Venezuela and calling, suffering and crying. Millions, that's 100,000 millions leaving by the year, running from Venezuela.
Right. Listen offline, and I will try to help you clarify some of the things you don't understand. I don't think you're attacking. I don't think you're attacking Trinidad. That's not. I don't think that's what he's doing.
I don't think we don't have business with him.
Yeah. Well, from what I read, and I don't think that is the stance that the Ministry of National Security has taken.
This country have so much of millionaires, billionaires in this country, where they could help people.
Yeah.
This country have more millionaires than any other Caribbean country. But some of them selfish. Selfish. Look this young man who called Team Mohammed. He will be the next president of Guyana. Because the work he do as a businessman, he take his own money wherever he make it right. Look, that don't concern me. But I see he helping poor people. He go on in the communities, whereas Africans in Guyana and being victimized for 5 years. 5 years. And he do a lot. The Amerindians in Guyana, he is helping them. The East Indian in Guyana, he is helping them. He take his millions of dollars, his luxury vehicles, and go out there and help the poor man. I don't care how we get you that doesn't concern me. When I see a man concerned about the needy, about the poor, and understand that, hey, I wealthy, I over wealthy, today he will be watered back by being the next president. Because the people behind him, the vote of the people is the vote of God. And so far the work he is doing for the poor people of Guyana, he will have the people support. So this country has so much of millionaires and billionaires, but they're selfish. They're very selfish.
Yeah, I like that point to close. I like that point, man. Yeah. Oh, none of us perfect and none of us know everything. And it's sometimes a challenge if we take our information from, from people who are trying to inform us in one way or the next. So I am very cautious. So I listen to all the news agencies, right? Like Real Talk. I listen to CNN, I listen to BBC, I listen to even Fox News sometimes. I listen to Telesur, I listen to RT News, I listen to Al Jazeera, and I even try to get things from independent sources as well. Because, let's face it, news is a form of propaganda as well. And people will always tell stories the way they want you to view and believe things. So we just have to be very, very careful. I'll go through a little bit of geopolitics on another day as well, but we come to a close. Blessings.
And so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You want to find something great to do with your Tuesday nights? You want to learn and understand the true reason for Jesus? Then join us every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. for the program, This Same Jesus, the program that puts Jesus in his rightful place in our hearts and in our homes.